Okay, so let's be real for a second. We are all constantly bombarded with information, with distractions, with noise. If you have a genuinely good cause, how do you possibly break through all that? How do you get anyone to pay attention and actually do something?
Do you play it safe with your messaging? Or do you try something a little bit different? Well, one nonprofit has a very memorable answer. You get people to care by asking them to give two sh.
That is the real name of the campaign. It's that slightly shocking kind of cheeky quality that's designed to make you do a double take.
So let's actually unpack this idea. Because behind that pretty out there name, there's a really clever story about how to capture people's attention. At its core, Giving Tuesday is just a super creative and playful alternative to Giving Tuesday. You know, that global day of generosity we hear about every year. It's designed to be more engaging and, let's be honest, probably a lot more fun.
So how in the world did a nonprofit land on such a bizarre idea? Well, it turns out it all started with a simple brainstorming session and a serious love for clever wordplay.
The campaign is the brainchild of the founder of a nonprofit called Compassion It. And if you say that out loud, Compassion It, you can already tell they're huge fans of a good pun, and that really set the stage for what came next.
And you can literally see the train of thought right here. The founder was brainstorming a campaign for Giving Tuesday, which led to the idea of Giving Tuesday. And then, in a moment of pure, playful inspiration, it clicked, Giving Tuesday.
But the true genius of this campaign is how it takes a common, pretty negative phrase and just completely flips its meaning on its head.
We've all heard somebody say this, right? Oh, I don't give two about that. It's basically the go-to phrase for expressing the absolute peak of not caring. It's supposed to be an amplification of, I don't give a. It is a full-on declaration that you could not possibly care less about something.
So the campaign just hijacks the phrase. It completely reclaims it, turning a statement of ultimate apathy into this powerful call to action. All of a sudden, it's not about not caring, it's about caring so deeply that you are moved to actually give.
So what does it actually mean to give to in this context?
The core mission of the parent organization, Compassionate, is to inspire compassion in our daily lives. And this whole campaign is just a direct, very creative extension of that goal.
So, Giving to is really a metaphor for all the different forms generosity can take. It starts with just choosing to care about something. It can mean giving your time or your money. It could be encouraging other people to join in. And it can even mean supporting the cause by buying merchandise, like these Compassionate wristbands. You know, this kind of playful, slightly absurd creativity brings up a really fascinating final thought. In our age of AI and algorithms, could a machine have ever come up with a campaign like this?
Well, the founder of Compassionate thinks not. In this wonderfully self-aware quote, she calls it a terrible idea that could only come from a human brainstorm, not an AI. And that just perfectly illustrates the point. This campaign is a product of uniquely human traits, a sense of humor, the creativity to connect totally unrelated ideas, and a deep sense of purpose. It's messy, a little improper, and totally, completely human. And that leaves us with a final question to think about. To make people care in today's world, to truly inspire compassionate action, do we need ideas that are less polished and a whole lot more wacky? What do you think?